All right, guys. So I'm going to record quick video, right? Maybe only one topic, okay? Handling the edge cases, right? We have successfully implemented the summary, okay? Summarization, right? API for our summarization. Uh, so now it's time to handle the edge cases. Like, if we pass non-numeric product ID, right? What's gonna happen? In case of that situation, how we can deal with uh, that, right? I mean, you don't want like continue with the summarization, right? You just want to stop and send some kind of error message. Numeric product but invalid, right? If we send the numeric number, that is okay, but if that is invalid, like not a correct product ID, then what we're gonna do, right? Let's say there is a product ID but the product don't have any reviews. In that situation, how we can deal with, right? So first, right, in the review controller, we are checking the valid product ID, okay? But before summarize the review, we need to check the valid product, right? I mean, if you go to the, let's go to the summary here, right? Not controller, but let's go to the service, review service right here. No, I think in the controller. So, we see we are checking if the product ID is not a number, right? Then we're going to return. We have that check already. But we want to add two more situation, right? Like for valid product and for the uh, must have the review, right? Before we can proceed with the summarization, okay? So in our product repository, right? I mean, basically we're going to create a new file called product repository, right? So let's go to the server repositories and in the server, right? We have a repository somewhere here. We can add the file called product repository, right? See here, we're gonna get the product, okay? So I will copy this code and go through the explanation. Fetching the product from the database, right? So to fetch a product, what we need, product ID. So let's say this object, right, has a function get product. This function is going to get the product ID, right? It will receive the product ID. Then we're gonna call our Prisma, right? Prisma.product find unique, where ID equal to product ID, right? So we have the product now. When you call this get product and pass the ID, you will get the product, right? So we're gonna now use this function inside our controller, right? So go to the review controller and let's import that, right? Product repository, we can import that. So in the top, import product repository, okay? We have that. Next, we gonna try to get the product, right? So let's copy this. Where we can get that? I think, let's say after this, right? Before, we get the review, okay? So let's add it here. This in, right? Get review, summarize. No, I think, so let's see. Get review, that is a function, right? To get review, okay? So we don't need to worry about that. Get summarization, right? So this is a function to basically, like, let's see, summarize review, right? This function will work as a summarize review, okay? So in that case, we're checking the product ID. If there is a product ID, if that is not a number, then we return, right? After that, we're gonna do the check for the product, okay? So we're gonna get the product. If there is no product, then just return the whatever error 404 message, right? Done. That's it. So that will check for the product also. Must have the product, right? So must have the product, okay? That is done. So if we don't have review also, and now we're going to check for the review, right? Let's say if there is no review, what we're going to do now? So next, right, we gonna, I think we have the get review function already, right? So we're just gonna call that one. Okay, so let's copy that and put here. Okay, so review repository, we need to call the get review. So let's import that. We don't have review service, import review repository, right? And that already have get review function. It will take the product ID, right? And at least one review, we must check for at least one review. We don't need 10 review, right? At least one review must be there before we can proceed with the summarize review, right? Proceed with this function. So now it will also check for the review in our database. Okay, if there is no review, then it will just there are no review, right, to summarize. So and it will return. So it will not proceed again, go to the chatbot, right, or our model and ask for the review, because we don't have review. So that is waste of time, right? So at least we check for one review. And that is all, guys. This was the quick, right? But I have one more. I think in the backend we fetching the summary now, right? So we can improve how to fetch out summary. Okay, we can improve that part, right? That is all we have left, and then I will start the front end. So I will push this code. uh, Thank you very much, and then we will proceed with the next video, right? Maybe later today I will try to do that. So thank you again, guys. Let me stop here. Oh, I will push the code, okay, also in the GitHub, right? Git add git commit uh, git commit dash m, right? And we can call it check for edge case, right? And then git push. Okay, so that is all. Let me stop now.